Hi everyone, welcome back to CC Davis Studio. I'm Colette. It's so lovely to have you with me. This is a continuation of the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery volume, I feel like it's volume 8. I keep getting this wrong. Volume 8, prompt 5. I feel like it's prompt 5. I'll have to check that. Gosh, that's not a good way to start, is it? And this one is old quilt, and I've got a lot of options, but they're way too big for what I'm doing, which is a printer's tray with all little compartments with little things in it. At the end of this, or maybe in my next video, I'll show you how far I've got with the first of 6 or 9 printers trays that I'm making, material printers trays, and I will show you how far I've got. But at the end of this today, I'll definitely show you some of the little elements that I've been making to add that are outside of the prompts, but just other little elements that I wanted to add. So today I've got a old quilt that I've used lots of little bits out of. It's really perishing, of yo-yos. Isn't it gorgeous? It did have like a little crocheted background that these were all kind of attached to. And I've taken it off because they were just sort of attached where they're joined to the crocheted background, and that was really, really perishing. This is just all like, that's, I think, taffeta. That looks like a bit of bark cloth, cotton, all different types of material that somebody has put together by hand. So quite rough stitching has put them all together. So over time I've been taking them apart. So I thought today I might use some of this. This is one of my favorite ones. I love all the little bits on the end. So I could maybe make something, I don't know. I like that one as well. So I sort of pulled those ones off already. And there's lots of, look at this one. I reckon that would be amazing for a mushroom. So look at the stitching, all coming apart. Isn't it great? That one's lovely too. So maybe those. And then I was at the Embroiderers Guild D-Stash Market in Melbourne. Not the one that's just gone, but the one before it I went to. And I found this bag of little hexagons that someone has been paper piecing, and some of them were already joined into sort of part of a quilt, but the paper was still inside. And then there was a whole bag just of little bits that hadn't been joined yet. So I could make something out of those. I'm not sure, but I just love them. Look at these. Aren't they gorgeous? Like, those two are the same. Some of them I think are Liberty fabrics. Some are just cotton lawn. Got that. So I could put some of those together and maybe have them on. So this is sort of the space that I want to work with, how big within my printer's tray that I want to work with for my quilt. So I could put something like this together. I like how they're all different sizes because it can give you a really interesting layout. And then put something else up here. And I've done lots of little embellishments, so which I was going to show you at the end, but I'll show you one now. Here's a little fox, and I've done a little bit of turkey work for his little tail, and I've just sort of embellished him. So you could have these guys. I've got to leave a little bit of room for the box of the printer's tray, which I've used satin ribbon for. So I've got to leave a little bit of space like that. Maybe like that. I don't know why, but that hurts my eyeballs with it being like that. I don't know, does that look better to you, or is it just me? That design? I don't know. And maybe he could be sitting in front. I like him. I've got a couple of other little guys that I've just embellished. He's got like a little jacket on. He's got a little hat on, and I put a little piece of coral in his. I'll show you a bit closer up. Isn't he lovely? So he could possibly sit there. I like his colouring better. But he's hiding that one. So maybe got heaps of other ones depending on what colour I use. Hop him out of there. I really like how he fits, his little bot fits against there. But now he looks like that, looks like he's got ears. Let me just have a look. I'll show you. Let's have a look together at some of the other ones. So not that one, he can go back. See, there's so many of them. So behind his little head, would a pink, just a plain pink one look better? Oh my gosh, my hands today. Maybe like that. What do you think? Come in closer. What do you think? I like him. I really like Foxy. He's too little. Too little. Out you go. Possibly you. I just love Foxy. I love him, but I think I might use him for something else. I think you're it, dude. Do you like his little French knotted? Can you see that? He's got French knots for his little hat. And he's got a little scarf. And that's a teeny tiny piece of coral. Would he look cute there? Okay, I think he's a go. And is there another piece of... That's a little bit too big, so let's just give this little snip snip. Let's see if we can do two together today. Oh, scissors. These are my favourite scissors. They better not be going blunt. Get that off there. Okay. So let's get rid of these. In that bag, they also had, like, I don't know what this person was making, but I very happily was taking whatever they were making. But look at these. So they've made some diamonds that they've sewn together. And they were obviously going to make a quilt. Aren't they beautiful? I was very happy to have them. I love this one. I don't know what material that is. Anyone knows what that is, but it's all people. I love anything with a face or with people on it. Yeah, so they were all like these. So thin, it feels almost like Tana lawn. But that one doesn't. So I could use those for something. So we've got a possibility with that one over there. So let's do that. Now, let's have a look at one of these. Oh, sorry for cracking around there. Let's have a look at one of these. Got you in nice and close, so I better move it up a bit, hey? Maybe, so let's put him over there. I can sew him down and then show you when I come back. Could we do some beading on it? Make it into, okay, get rid of that one. What about some leaves and making it into maybe leaves coming out? Hang on. Oh yeah, I did get them out. Got these kind of leaves. And then I've got these kind of ones. As I said, I used to do lots and lots of beading. So I've got some little ones as well and medium-sized ones that could all be kind of mixed in together. And I've got some like this. I used to make little boutonnieres and bridal bouquet kind of things as well. So I don't know, something like that maybe. I've got sequins. They look interesting. Into maybe a leafy little garden thing. It's very green, isn't it? Got some, sorry about the light there. Got some little bits of, I was going to say carnelian chips, and they're not carnelian. What are they called? Colette? Gosh, I used to be good with all of this stuff. Don't know. And some other little, it's tourmaline, I think. Some little seed beads. Do you love a bead? I love a bead. So we could scatter some of those in there. And then I just picked this out because I thought, now these are gorgeous, little mixed. Just to take some of the green, you know, away and pick up some of the creams. So what do you think? Maybe. Does that look fun? Let's just toss some of these on there. What do you think? So this is old quilt, so I've used my yo-yo quilt, and then this one over here can be that old pieces of hexies, and maybe scattering these out like that. All right, let's just, whoa, and maybe I could do some turkey work coming out of the middle of here, or so let's put him in the middle. Let's put all these here. All right, I'll thread up and I'll come back. So I've sewn it down with just a bit of tacking stitch around the outside, and now we can have a bit of a play with what we can add. So What do we think about a little cluster of leaves? All right, let's have a little bit of a play. Let's put down one of the sequins. Now I have to use a really, really thin bead, a bead needle, to be able to get through the bead. These ones aren't particularly small, but these ones, the hole is quite little. I'm not sure if you can see that there, it's quite tiny. So I have to use a really thin bead. The only one I've got are these tiny little quilting beads and needles. Oh, I'm a bit tired, I'm sorry, I've been a bit sick this week. Got a bit of an ear infection, so I'm a bit all over the shop, so I do apologise, but I really wanted to get this one up so that you could see at least one of the things that I'm doing with my little printer's tray. Wow, maybe I shouldn't be doing any filming today, I'm all over the shop. Yes, I've had a bit of a cold, not a cold, but just like an ear infection that sort of went into my face. So that was attractive, and it was giving me a headache. So I was a bit poorly during the week. So I'm a bit, not quite with it today, but much better than I was. So that's good. I did actually have to have a couple of days off work, which is so not like me. I just couldn't make sense of anything, and I was, I run a school, so you've got to be on when you're at school. So I did take a couple of days off, which is not like me at all. To try and get a bit better, and I do feel a lot better than what I did, but still not 100%, which is so annoying. And yeah, what about you guys? Are you feeling sick? Have you had the cold? It's winter time here in Victoria, Melbourne, Australia, and everybody around me seems to be battling something. My son's been a bit sick. My husband had it the couple of weeks before. My son Logan's been on school camp, so everybody on camp got sick, which is what often happens. And he was already a bit sick before he was not sick, but he was getting better. The sniffles, that residual cough that you have, and he's come back incredibly weary. Didn't have a good time, he said. It was a bit boring, which is a shame. He's of an age where, they have their own interests, don't they? And they have their own things that they like to do. And he loves a lot of sport, so there's a lot of sitting around and talking, and that's not his jam. So he found that a little bit boring. So he came back a little bit grouchy, I'm not going to lie to you, and me not feeling all that well either. I was not up for his rot. But that's what being a parent is, isn't it? You just go, okay, wonderful teenager, how about you just go and have a little rest? Because I might smack you one. No, joking, I would never do that, but geez, sometimes you could really do without the sass, couldn't you? But he's pretty good. He's not a difficult kid at all. Just a kid, teenager. They have their hormones racing through, trying on different hats to see what fits. So sometimes they can not think before they open their mouths. What do we think? Don't know if I love it yet, but that's all right. really been into beads and using beads lately. I'm not sure why, what's going on with me there, but I'm enjoying it, so it's not bad, is it? Always love these little chips. I found those in a bag in an op shop or thrift store, and I think it looks to me like it was a broken necklace. It could have been something else, but it looked like a broken necklace to me, so I thought, yes, thank you, I'll have that. Let me just untangle. This is getting a bit, oh no. Do you know, I've told you guys before, I really, really detest having to thread a needle. When I went off just before to thread the needle, I'm not going to tell you how many, maybe possibly some swear words happened, because I'm tired and my patience is probably thinner than normal. I don't like threading needles normally because I can't see. And when you're weary and feeling a little bit testy, a few swear words, because it took me a good, I reckon 8 minutes, 10 minutes. 8, that was very specific, wasn't it? Probably 10 minutes to thread the goodness needle. Look at that one, isn't that interesting? It's got like a little yellowy green inside. Now, you may start to hear the rain. It is a miserable rainy day today. What's it like where you are? Tell me in the comments. Is it beautiful and sunny? To my European friends and American friends, I know, oh gosh, see, I can't even see. It's summertime where you are. I'd love some summertime. Tell me how beautiful it is where you are. Let me live vicariously through you. Is it lovely? All right, what are we thinking? Starting to look all right? A little bit of a cluster of things. So I'm just threading them up, putting them in. Sometimes I go and, oh, isn't that funny? I'm wearing a green ring today. I must have had that on my mind. I like to wear statement rings. I love a sterling silver ring that's unusual. You probably have noticed that. I have my normal jewellery that I wear. My gold, as my nan's. My wedding rings, which are all flat because I'm really quite a clumsy lady. So I like flat for my everyday, and it's my wedding rings. But I do like a statement ring that I can wear and just take off. So I must have been channeling the green today. This one is needing something in front of it. What's this bit? Let's put some of that in there. So if you're looking for beads and stuff like that, sure, you can go and buy a few shops that I've told you about, Eureka beads and cranberry beads, like great if you want to buy some new things. But I always look in op shops or thrift stores for pieces of jewellery that might have broken, or sometimes they have those bags or those jars of jewellery. I like natural stones, glass, pearls, all those natural kind of things, and you can often find them. So I'm just going to put that up there and untangle my thread. Yeah, so have a look in your little stores, because you might be lucky and find some just in your thrift stores. they're often broken, but even if they're not, yeah, just go have a look in the jewelry section. You can sometimes find some pretty interesting things. So you following along with Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, Volume 8. Are you doing the quilt as well? I'm sort of doing my own kind of twist on that. This one is bobbling around and it really is beginning to annoy me. So I put some stuff in front of it to try and make it stay. Let's see if I can anchor it down as well. Come on, you naughty thing. What are we thinking? Do we like it? So the sequins, I think I told you, well, I don't actually know if I have told you, because I made my cicada and I don't think I've uploaded that yet, and I don't know why. Don't even ask me. I'm just not really in the headspace at the moment. But I've made a cicada. You know how I make those bugs, and I think I told you in that video, which I haven't uploaded so you haven't seen it, about Sequin Bazaar. It's a lovely sequin place that you can buy these really amazing sequins from. They're expensive. They do take a little while to ship. So look up Sequin Bazaar if you're looking for some fancy different sequins. These just caught my eye, and I do like making flowered things and underwater things. So I thought that'd be a good investment, because you can. So that one I've just put the bead on there. It's going to go underneath there to try to get it to stay. All right, so I'll keep going and I'll come back to you. Okay, so this is how far I've got. I've added quite a few layers of beads in there and sequins. So now I thought I might do, using some wool, tapestry wool that I've got from an op shop. There's 100% merino wool. I'm just going to do a bit of turkey work. So just come up, oh, and then in. Everybody does it a little bit different. You can couch it down if you wish. I'm just going to hold it, come back up and couch it down. Using a tapestry wool needle. Now I'm really mindful that this is quite a old yo-yo, very old yo-yo, and I just don't want to make it too big a hole in it. So I'm really mindful that maybe I won't come back and couch it down, because I think that I might damage an already old piece of yo-yo. How bad will it perish? And so what are the chances of coming through the same hole? That's why you couch it down. So share with me what you're making at the moment. What are you working on? Like I said before, it's freezing here at the moment, and we have days where it's really nice during the day, and then really, really cold at night. So you can't predict. I mean, Melbourne's hard to predict what to wear anyway, but it's even harder at the moment. And with everybody being sick, we're getting lots of rain, just not deep enough still. So our farmers are really struggling, which is not great. So you can't really complain, can you, about the rain when our country needs it, but it's still unpleasant, especially when you're cold. So, but we have a lot to be grateful for and thankful for, don't we? So I've done a few in and out. Should I do some more? Doesn't feel like enough. I'll do one more. I don't know if you saw on Rachel, Roxy's Creations, if you saw that she has some new material. I was a very naughty girl. When I wasn't feeling well during the week, I thought, what would make me feel better? I know. Buy some material from Rachel. So I did. I ordered some more and I'll get them shortly and I'll show you them once I get them. I've been doing a bit of op shopping over the last few weeks, so thrift shopping over the last few weeks, and I've gone to the recycle centre as well. It's called the Recycle Truck, so I've gone there. So I might do, maybe during the week, I might do a bit of a video as well. So I've just done a little knot in the back. So you can leave them like that, or you can cut them, leave them all loopy if you want, but I'm going to cut them because I would like them to be a little bit frayed up. I'm going to untwirl them. So they're usually 2-ply, I think, this one. So try and take them apart a little bit. Oh no, they're coming out. See, Colette, you should have couched them down. Look, look. Ah. So maybe I'm just being a bit too rough, hey? Well, let's make it a little bit shorter. Now it looks silly. There we go. Should we do a bit of stitching around the outside? Yeah, why not? Let's do some stitching around the outside. We've got a little bit left in our needle. Maybe just some random stitches. What do you think? So how have you all been feeling? Have you picked up any of these little bugs that are going around? There's lots of them. Oh, I think I might take my beautiful mum. Thank you for the lovely comments that people have given about mum. She's feeling a lot better. She looks pretty bruised and awful since she had her fall. But she's, back in her old spirits. She wants to go shopping tomorrow, which is great. It's the thing that we do on Sundays. I normally go and do all of her jobs for her and then take her out shopping, and we have something nice to eat and we go have a look at stuff and touch all the things. She's got this little scooter, as I think I've told you before, that folds up and goes in my car. So it means that she can still, her mobility is a problem for her. So it does mean that she can still go to the shops, have a look at everything, enjoy herself, and not have to worry about not being able to make it round. And because it's small enough, this little fold-up scooter, mobility scooter, means I can pick it up and put it in my car. And it means she can actually get into most of the shops. There are some shops that she can't get into because they put too much on the floors, which is an OHS hazard, occupational health and safety hazard. But I move as much of it I can out of the way so she can go in. I don't want her to miss out on anything, you know. She's a beautiful girl, my mum. And, you know, it's a bit of a highlight for her to go out during the week and during the weekend, because she's at home a lot. So I do like her to be able to access the shops. She loves shopping. My mum and I have always enjoyed just going to the shops and looking at all the stuff. We don't always buy something, although my mum doesn't feel like she's been out unless she's bought something, and often it's just, you know, a pair of socks or it's a top or whatever. I don't always have to buy something, but my mum does like to. I think because she grew up with nothing, she likes to feel like she's bought something or she can buy something. What do you think? Looks pretty cute, don't you think? Just a little bit of something on the outside. I feel like I want to put some beads down here as well. Or do I just put like some French knots or something down here? Oh, yeah. You see that? 1, 2, around and down into there. So twice round. I've got the extra on my needle. I might as well use it up, hey? Then I can come in with some beads in there if I think it looks a bit lonely by itself. I've got this thing about odd numbers, as you know, I've said before. I could never just have 4 sitting there, so I'll have to do a few more. Oh, see, now I've gone too tight. Goodness me. It's hard to pull through. Do you do that? Because you got something on your needle, you just think, oh, I'll keep going. What, we are funny, aren't we? We have no problem spending a whole lot of money on a piece of material, but we don't want to waste any. We don't want to waste any of our thread or any of our material, so we just try and use up every bit. Waste not, want not, hey? That's how I grew up. What about you guys? Don't waste things. That's what happens when you have parents who were kids that were born after the war, and their parents who suffered through the Depression. They make sure that you're grateful for everything you've got, but also that you use everything. What are we thinking? Does that look absolutely ridiculous? Let's go up. I can't go up there, it's too hard. I could probably do one more. Now, let's have a look. Oh no, that's what happens when you try and force it. Look, I'm in all sorts of a mess now. What was I just saying? that we try and use up every little bit, and as a result we end up in a big mess trying to make things fit that don't. So now I'm in a big mess because I can't. Look at that. Look at me trying to. Can I get in there without? Oh dear. Okay. Dear me. There we go. I might put a few little seed beads down into here, or some other beads down into there, but that's it. Prompt 5, I think it is. Old quilt. A yo-yo quilt. And the other one that's over here, I might put together as well. So you might see that in another episode. All right, you take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a lovely week. And I hope something lovely happens to you this week, or that you get to have some experience of joy. Share with me what it is. I'd love to know. All right, take care. Bye now. Bye. Okay, sorry about that. I lied. I'm back. I actually did add more over here because I was on the phone talking to a friend and got carried away. So this is what the final product now looks like. So you saw me last time just do those little French knots a second ago, and I've gone in and added a whole lot of beads. So now it looks a bit more balanced, and I feel a bit better about that. It just didn't feel right when I finished that up. And I was talking to a mate of mine about work stuff. She's a principal as well. Yeah, just added some stuff to it. There's a little gap just there that keeps annoying me. That's why I keep moving it. So I might have to put one little bead in there as well. But that's it. A little cluster. Looks like a little, I don't know, growth. A fairy little growth that you might see in a forest using old quilt. So using the base of that yo-yo, really old yo-yo that I've still got the tacking stitches in there, so I might take those out, or I might not. We'll just see. So that's that one. And then this one I will put together, sew together, and add, I think, as well for old quilt with my little doggy on there. All right, I really am going. Have a lovely week. Thanks for joining me. Bye now.